We live?
I think we are. Good morning, everybody. Here we are. It's Planet Earth Live. All right, I'm working on a theme tune. You'll know it's a proper show because when I have a proper theme tune. This is like the pre-season,
The soft opening.
the soft opening.
I have to share us to our various groups now. Chuck, so what are we doing this morning?
Well, we are going to do some painting. Here's one I made earlier. Actually, I made it a lot earlier. I made it right after last week's show. So let's have a look at the ones that we did last week.
Okay.
All right. Well, the story so far. So I did some small ones, and at least one of those I came out with that I was quite happy with. So last week we set out, first having a go, my first go at doing some larger size canvases. So this was the first one I did.
Okay.
Which, this one, okay, I had some problems. I was a little, is first one of the day, it was warm up. I started off with a smaller Sharpie. And I was going quite well with it. I was quite happy, and then you started yelling at me that I should be using a bigger one. Now, I just want you to know that my friend Chris, who you may remember was a former co-host of the show.
Yes, I do remember.
I showed him this last night. He thought it was his favourite of the ones I did last week.
Okay.
But you were right. All right, okay. I mean, I think then the other thing that went with this was like I continued, but I was like, no, I'm going to go in now with the black paint. I was going to go in with a heavy black paint. I was going to go in with a thick black brush over this light drawing. But then Amber comes in the comments. Hi, Amber. Thanks for watching. Amber Show Philo is on tonight at 6. But she started talking about, I should do a wash first, which I'd say is normally that's right. So I thought I'll do a wash first, then I'll go in the black. But then you don't have time in 20 minutes. So I think I should have stuck with my instincts and gone in with the black.
So we should explain to the audience that these paintings need to be done in 20 minutes because this is practice for the art battle competition, which you're hoping to join sometime in the future.
All right. Dale, can you see, is there a message in the chat there from the producer?
Let me see.
If it's urgent, you can pop up.
No. Just says, I have something saying I need to restart my computer. We'll be back in a second.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, never mind that then. Anyway, so that was number one. So number two, I got some thick black paint markers, and actually it was quite fun to draw. This was my first go with one of them. I was okay with it. The 20 minutes is so unforgiving in the amount of time that you have, and I hadn't used the tool. It was fine, but the biggest problem it had, I think, was it didn't dry very quickly.
You mean the black paint markers didn't dry very quickly?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think my technique, which I did, then I did what you'd been telling me to do from the beginning in the last one, which I used the thick black Sharpie.
Yep.
And the thick black Sharpie, that was great actually, because then it worked. Then I can sort of put a wash on, and I was doing stuff. I was coming in with the rag. I did come in with the black, but I realized I sort of missed a little trick with that, because I think I need to do the thick Sharpie. Then I need to take a little more time with the smaller Sharpie just to cement some of the details in the drawing.
Okay.
So that's what I did in this one. And also I was like, okay, I'm not going to have Dale yelling at me. I'm going to do it quick. I'm just going to see how I do it. This was actually 23 minutes. So This is the one that I did afterwards.
Which of
And
those do you like the most?
I like this one the most. Okay, so this is using the thick black Super Sharpie, and then like spending a little more time with the smaller one to get the details.
Okay.
Um, and then coming in and having some fun with the wash and the colors and all that. And
When you
that was
did the wash and the colors, did you do that with a brush or a rag?
um I did it with a brush. All right, but then I talked some more to Amber afterwards, and she talked about how like Leonardo would like do a sort of scumble in yellow
Okay.
first. So I might do that this time, but I don't know how. I'm still going to do the Sharpie drawing, but then I have to do that,
Okay.
and like that would maybe take it out of the sort of so much flat black and white. But I quite like the flat black and white.
Okay.
Anyway, I was quite happy with this as a technique. So I guess
Can
that's
I
my,
ask a question?
yeah.
Are you familiar with the idea of putting a glaze over the entire canvas and then wiping back the whites with a rag?
I don't have time to do that in 20 minutes.
Okay.
Um, tell us about that technique.
Well, you put a wash of something, if it was graphite, you would cover the whole surface with a light layer of graphite, or if it was charcoal, you put charcoal, and then you would wipe back with an eraser or a rag. I've seen people with oil painting put a wash on and then wipe back with a rag. Maybe there's a little turpentine in the rag. It's just working both positively, putting down pigment for shadow areas, and then wiping back to get your highlights. Airbrush artists like Hajime Soriyama would do this. He would paint with acrylics like watercolor and then use an electric eraser to bring, or various erasers, an electric eraser for the bright whites, but soft erasers to knock back some of the color. So you don't always have to paint the stuff on. You could just put down a wash and then wipe it back.
Yes. Well, yes. So I
And
guess
remember, you also have the white paint pens. You could use those as well.
yes, I do. The trouble is, once you put a whole wet thing down on the canvas,
Yep.
this is what George did, and then he couldn't really draw anything or do anything on top of that.
Well, your drawing should be done by the time you get your Sharpie on, because what you've been doing in the past is you're spending 10 minutes on the drawing, and then at the 10-minute mark, you go in and start painting.
Right, I've got to be careful where I put these because it gets a bit splashy around here.
Now, the other thing you could do is you could reverse it up. You could not start with any line. You could just paint, just block out the colors, and then draw on top of that.
No, because I don't think no. Once it's wet, I can't really draw on it properly.
The Sharpie won't go over the wet acrylic.
Not. I don't know.
Well, you could try it.
It's going to mess the Sharpie up too very quickly.
Well, art supplies are disposable, especially other
I think
people's art
that it's true
supplies.
because the drawing, like the thing is, like if I fuck up the drawing, I can fix it in the paint with the paint.
Okay.
But if I, yeah, I think that's probably better. Probably better to do it that way.
Now, do you feel more
where's
comfortable?
my Super Sharp?
Do you feel more comfortable now with the materials that you're using?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to try one this morning?
Oh yeah, I'm going to get started. I'm just looking for my other super sharpie, or maybe I burned through them already. Let me. Dale, can you remind everybody of the rules here. I'm just going to pop to the next room and
Okay.
get another super sharpie.
Good morning, kids. Chuck is preparing to join something called an art battle, which is a piece of performance art that is done around the world. Artists are invited to come up on stage where they'll have an easel, and then they'll have 20 minutes to do a painting, and all of the artists are working on the same size canvas. Afterwards, there's a vote to determine who did the best piece in those 20 minutes. So it's a combination of art, sport, competition, performance art. It reminds me a bit of what we used to do in life drawing, where you would have time poses. But in this case, they're not working from a model. They're working from a printed piece of reference if they need it. Because Chuck is a cartoon illustrator and uses a lot of reference, he will have reference that he'll work from, but he's trying to adapt his cartoon style, which he does in pen and ink and watercolor and Photoshop, to a larger medium, which would be canvas. So my purpose here is to act like Burgess Meredith in the movie Rocky. Chuck is a bum,
Or
and
Burgess
I have
Meredith.
to beat him into shape.
Or Burgess Meredith in Of Mice and Men.
No, not mice and men. Right? Do you need the rabbit? Do you want to pet the rabbit?
I want to pet the rabbit. You make me want to pet the rabbit. um, he's pet. Is that a slogan? He's petting the rabbit.
No, if I remember in Mice and Men, God, I can't even remember the
Yeah.
characters. I know it's a John Steinbeck
Lenny.
novel. Lenny, yeah, and
It was made by
Rob
Lon
Steiger.
Chaney Jr. Lon Chaney
Oh,
Jr.
Lon Chaney
with
Jr.
Burgess Meredith as the brother.
Oh, I'm not up on my Steinbeck anymore.
Well,
which
yes.
is horrible because I'm a Californian. And I go to Monterey. If you go to Salinas or Monterey, there's always exhibits about John Steinbeck. He's a tourist attraction.
Yeah. Of Mice and Men and The Grapes of Wrath.
Yep.
And East of Eden.
Oh, you're gonna make me look uneducated, Chuck.
And Travels with Charlie.
All I read now are trashy Barbara Cartland novels.
Oh, that's a good name for the show. Travels with Charlie. Travels with Chuck.
Well, that was actually the name of a comic strip by Phil Frank, Travels with Farley.
Oh yeah, he did Travels with Farley.
Yeah, the late Phil Frank.
Oh yeah, that was good. All right,
So,
okay, thanks. I just got that. All right.
Did you find your art supplies?
I've got my art supplies. Oh, I did a really good sketch for Goodman Games.
Oh, is this the traps and maps you're working on?
Yeah. Okay, I'm doing the Trials of the Trapmaster's Tomb.
Ink with watercolor? Wait, that's digital. Why? So you did it on the iPad?
No. This is a scan of my sketch.
Oh man. How many hours did that take?
Well, I was working on that this week.
Wow. And that's ink on Bristol?
It's no, this is still just pencil.
Okay, so you haven't gotten to the ink yet.
Yeah. I haven't got to the ink. This is pencil sketch, so I'm sending for approval.
Are
But anyway,
are you going to use a light
can I
box?
see this character? Wait, I'm trying to get to the Trapmaster. He's a bit hidden.
Are you going to use a light box, or are you going to print it in red on Bristol?
So I will print it. Yes, I'll print it out light in red. on Bristol board for inking, I suppose. Yes.
You know,
I'm just trying to decide if
traditionally,
I'm going to give it a wash. I think I will. I'm going to do it sort of largely in black and white with a wash.
okay,
I don't
and
know. I'll
the
see how it
red,
looks.
the
I
red
know
won't interfere
this is
with
what
the
I have to
wash.
decide. It's like, yeah, this is. Uh, well, I think I like to give them a wash, really.
Yes, but will the red print on on the Bristol board interfere with the wash?
No, it doesn't really, because the red just drops out when you
Okay,
scan it.
and it
In some
doesn't.
ways, it actually makes it look nicer.
Okay. How long do you think? So, how many you worked on that this week, and then you've got how much another week to finish the ink and the watercolor?
Yes, they want it by the end of the month.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's going to be a great piece. Is that a 2-page spread?
Well, I'm thinking it's just going to be a one page on its side, but
Okay, so turned, so they'll turn it vertical.
the thing is, it's like one of their funnel adventures.
Okay.
So, yeah, so lots of people go in. Hopefully,
Did
some of
you
them come out.
did you
But
work
there's
on
various
that?
different. You can win it really well, or you can just all be sort of killed.
Did you do that on an isometric grid, or did you wing the perspective?
No, I isometric gridded it.
Okay, it's amazing. Uh, Now, did you call up a lot of reference while you were doing that, or is that all in your head by now?
Um, Oh, I looked up a reference for the Trapmaster for the brain and the eye.
Okay, I like the monster and the lettering. The lettering is very old school underground. I,
Yeah.
I love the hand lettering. It's your own style, but it reminds me a bit of Dave Sheridan.
Jerome.
Nice work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm quite in my wheelhouse with doing those maps and stuff. Um
Now, if people
Map with
really wanted to,
then with a larger figure like that, actually that's quite good. Then just put one big figure in.
now,
A
if
monster.
someone wanted to look at all your Goodman Games work, is that available on your website, or how would people see that?
Well, I have my little book Trolling the Dice.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we have a commercial trailer for that, producer? Do we have a Trolling the Dice book
Oh, I
trailer?
have that book.
I might have it saved in saved videos here on Restream, producer. Does he? Oh, here we go. All right. There we go.
We're back.
That was a nice trailer that my staff made for me.
Hey,
Although
Amber's here.
I'm looking at it, it should probably be a bit more focused on the cartoons because like the
Yeah,
main
that was the
design.
one you didn't like as much. I don't know why you put the one you
Oh,
didn't like
that's
as
what.
much.
Okay, I need to swap that out. Yeah. Okay. Yes, because that was more focused on some of the.
Yeah,
That in particular, that was art that I did particularly quickly.
yeah.
Okay,
It
our buddy
was rough.
Amber Greenlee is here,
Oh, hi,
fellow
Amber.
cartoonist.
Yeah, I mentioned
And
Amber's got her Philo show at 6. That's our
yeah,
sister show. We're twins.
6 Pacific
Well, I don't know. Well, there haven't been any formal declaration.
on Twitch.
Uh,
Look for
Amber's
Art
Philo show.
Bliss.
Amber's had her show for many actually years. She did it on public access TV, and you can see those on her YouTube channel.
So I'm sure she's doing the motherhood thing this morning, and she's kind of nice to show up and listen to us rant. What you missed so far is Amber Chuck was showing off the pencil comp for his Goodman Games ink and wash project. It's a trap map for Goodman Games.
Okay. What I'm supposed to be doing is finding some reference. Now I've got some reference set aside here.
And you also missed, Amber, we talked about the practice Chuck did last week for the art battle. Oh, yeah. Chuck, can you bring up the trap map again and show Amber?
All right.
And Chuck says he's going to print it out in red on Bristol and then ink and wash on the Bristol. And he had to look up reference for the brain for the character under the text.
That's the Trap Master. Spoiler there. But yeah, it's like how clever. It's a sort of Goodman Games funnel adventure for Dungeon Crawl Classics. So that's good. So it's like for 0 level characters. They all come in. They have to sort of think their way through. They can think their way through.
Amber says, nice. I love doing it that way. And earlier she said, ooh, trap map. So Amber, do you work isometric? Were you talking about you're working isometric, or are you talking about you like to print out your underdrawing and ink on Bristol? Because that wasn't clear.
Dale, make sure you read out comments as they come in, because I can't sort of see them from here.
So far, all we have is Amber said, a little late, but hi from Denver. Thanks, Sam. Ooh, trap map. Nice. I love doing it that way. And Amber says she likes to also print out the underdrawing onto Bristol and ink on the Bristol.
Yeah. And I say, my technique is to do it in red, because then I can drop it out very easily on the scan.
Okay. Amber, do you print out your underdrawing on red on the Bristol or the traditional blue line?
All right. Okay. So I get to prepare my palette.
Yeah, put some paint out.
All right.
You found your Sharpies? Amber likes cyan. She's traditionalist.
Oh, cyan.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got some reds, and let's see what I've got. I do have some quite bright blue.
So I did talk with Chuck a little bit earlier, Amber, about putting down large washes and wiping back the highlights. But Chuck said that as he observed his pal doing a performance for the art battle, a problem is the canvas doesn't have time to dry. And he can't go back in and touch up the drawing with a pen. Chuck, that empty canvas is just glaring at you.
Yeah, I'm taking a moment to pick out my colors here.
Oh.
We need to get some more titanium white soon.
Titanium white. We used to call that tip white when I was in school.
Oh. That sounds a bit rude, but I don't know why.
I know. We were rude. At least it wasn't lead white, which is death white.
Ooh, iridescent silver.
No, stay away from that.
Where's?
Stay away from that. Well, no, actually that...
Actually, I think that's going to look quite good on my palette here.
Oh, God, use it. Wonder what's in it to make it iridescent. It's probably mica.
As in
I remember
Formica.
when the iridescent acrylics came out in the
This is good.
80s.
I'll just remember this palette for July the 4th. I've got.
Your dish.
Wait.
Ooh, look at the silver.
There's like very dark. I don't know. I have to. Well, we'll see how we go.
Golden acrylics came out with the iridescence in the 80s, and at San Jose State they realized they could use those paints to make fake parking permits because the parking permit stickers were iridescent.
All right. I don't know how this is going to go with this drawing. All right. Have I had enough coffee to last me for the next 20 minutes?
You've got to just do this warm up one here. You got your reference?
I got some reference.
Okay.
Okay, I've got this Sharpie Magnum. All right. You want to put 20 minutes on the clock?
Hang on. I didn't set it up yet. And is Sam setting up the timer too?
Producer,
Sam, we need 20 minutes on the clock.
can you do that?
This is the world's worst game show. Okay, I'm ready to go with 20 minutes. Say when.
All right, might as well. Ready? Mouse.
Go. Amber says she's playing Evil Genius 2 this morning and watching us. I don't know what Evil Genius is or what platform it's on. Amber, are you computer gaming or have you committed to a platform like PlayStation or Xbox? And Chuck is off. And Sam's setting up the time. So Sam's giving you a few more seconds than I am. Amber's an Xbox kid, but she's playing.
Dale, where are we at with the timer? I can change it to where we're at.
Just make it 19 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. So Amber, is Evil Genius 2 a shooter or an arcade game or some sort of adventure? Chuck, the way you're drawing, holding your arm up, you're hiding your self.
Yeah, I realize that it's really difficult. This is a bit low. I'm realizing because I'm trying to do this one standing up. Last week I was sitting down the whole time.
Okay.
All right.
Part of the performance is that they can see what you're drawing. You're going to have to change the easel for the next one. This is why you would use a maul stick. Amber says that you're an evil genius and you're trying to take over the world. It's base and minion management. Okay, so Amber is playing a video game where she gets to be a middle manager.
That's basic middle management.
Well, I don't know. If you're an evil genius trying to take over the world, is that upper management or middle management?
I think that's upper management, isn't it? That's the whole point.
That's
like the fantasy game.
Okay, Amber's saying
you're just one of the minions that's being controlled.
Yeah, but it's still management. If you're an evil genius trying to take over the world, I mean, is there like a degree for that in college? Like, do you need a master's? Okay, Chuck is using all the line widths available on that huge Magnum Sharpie. Do you like that?
Okay, this is going to kill the Sharpie.
What? Buy another one.
Put it to its test. I'm going to really put it to its test on this one.
Okay. Amber says, I have henchmen who take care of the little stuff and different types of minions. I can execute any of them at will to make the others work harder. Okay. Yeah, it sounds a lot like Apple.
You've worked there now.
No comment. Okay.
This is really hard drawing like this.
Hey.
Higher.
Are you not allowed to sit down at the art battle?
I might get special dispensation.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It'd be pretty rude if they were like, no, disabled person, you are not allowed to sit down.
Well, it's probably a bit higher anyway, but yeah, all right. It's also I'm sort of trying to stay out of the way of the camera, which doesn't. All right.
Yeah,
I'm challenging this thing because there's a lot of black in this piece.
Yeah, it's not just the being able to paint on stage. You got to do the whole Bob Ross thing. I mean, we haven't even gotten to your wardrobe and your wig yet. Definitely need the Afro wig for this.
All right, this is the big one. How are we doing for time?
You're actually at 15 minutes and, well, about 15 minutes and a handful of seconds.
That's
but
remaining.
You're getting the drawings done faster. Now, is this the stage where you're going to get out the smaller Sharpie and
oh my god,
detailing?
Jerry. All right. All right. Now, okay, this is where I'm gonna just do a little bit more with the.
Okay, this is where you're switching Sharpies. You know, you could use that smaller Sharpie and do hatching.
I don't know that this one actually needs as much of this one.
Oh, Amber, I just wanted to let you know that the consensus is that I've been being too mean to Chuck while I've been doing this.
What's that, Dale? Speak clearly.
I am being a nicer, kinder coach this morning.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So thank you, fans. Thanks for everybody who's written in. And
I'm being more like Burgess Meredith in Rocky 2 than in Rocky 1.
All right, now is where now I need to get serious with.
Okay, and Amber says you're a bum, Chuck. Tina says she's just tuning in for a bit. Morning,
excuse
Tina.
To insult me.
Tina, I'm being nicer to your husband, even though he doesn't deserve it.
I don't deserve it.
I told you for weeks to get a bigger Sharpie marker.
No, you didn't. You told me
yes,
for 1 week, and you told me, and I did it, and then the next week I used it.
Okay, Amber says good blacks on this one. You got it down quickly. Yeah, I think that the practice is paying off. And now he's painting with a rag.
Well,
or he's attempting to.
I want to test something. Let me know if you can hear this sound effect.
I can hear you.
You can hear me, but let me know if you can hear this sound effect.
Okay.
I'm not used to this rag business.
Anything happen?
No, I didn't hear a sound effect from you, Sam.
Okay. All right. I'll keep working on it.
What sound effect is it?
You may want a little more water on that paint, Chuck. It's not coming.
Yeah. I know. Well, all right, but 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's better. Tina says, hi, Sam. Hi, Dale. Hi, honey.
Oh, hey, dear. It's the missus. She's away right now.
Is she still out of the country?
Yeah.
Emma's here with us. Hey, Emma. Emma says, hey. And Emma will be happy to know that I'm not allowed to be as mean to Chuck anymore. And Tina narrowed it down to say, honey equals Chuck. And Tina says, hi, Emma.
It's my groupies.
Yeah, you have groupies.
Thanks, girls.
And Emma sent you a bunch of tiny emojis. They look like they're yellow and they might be smiling. It could be those tiny little sunny babies from the Teletubbies. Hi, Tina. Hi, Tina Whelan. Are you on holiday somewhere nice? That's what Emma's asking. Okay, so you laid a lot of color down fast, Chuck. You were 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right. Now I'm going to go with the big brush.
Okay. Emma is asking, what materials are we using this week? So far, go on, Chuck.
No, Dale, you go ahead.
Okay. Emma, Chuck is working on an acrylic primed canvas. He started by using a Sharpie Magnum marker, which is a big, thick, nibbed black permanent marker, which he did most of the drawing with. And then he switched to a smaller marker to do a little detail work around the eyes. Then he used some tube acrylic paint on a rag, orange paint, to scumble in, just wipe the paint onto the canvas with a rag. And now he's using a flat house painter's brush, soft bristles, to put in what looks like a blue wash in onto the canvas. And by using the edge of the bristles, he's able to get some line work. And then when he uses it as a flat brush, he can cover a lot of area. So, and Tina's answering Emma's question about why she's on holiday. It's for her mother's urn burial. Emma says, nice combo for the materials. She wishes Tina having an amazing time. And Emma says that she hopes the urn burial goes well, and put up some clasped hands emojis to show that she cares. And I noticed, Chuck, that you're working with blue and orange, which is a deliberate color choice.
Well, it's a sort of accident. I like to sort of kind of tumble my way through these things.
Okay.
But yeah, the blue I was using was.
Emma says she loves the orange with the blue together.
Yeah, this is. I put a bit of purple in it to make it a little less grey.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go a little.
Chuck, do you find that using that large painting brush is faster or more enjoyable? And I want to warn you that you are at 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yikes.
Yeah. And Tina says, let's stick to the tonic of Chuck's art making.
Well, that's nice, dear. Thank you.
We're not really here about Chuck's art making
Oh,
as his performance.
Did you hear that?
What?
I just said, that's nice, dear. Thank you. And Alexa took the compliment.
Ah. Yeah, Alexa is always listening.
Alexa, I don't know if you start playing something. Okay. Yeah, all right.
Now, is that a bristle filbert?
Yeah.
Okay. Five minutes and 20 seconds.
Worrying. Oops.
Okay, Dale. Second try at doing a sound effect.
Okay, go for it. That worked.
Save that
Nice.
one for the end.
Sound
No,
like
I've got a special one for the end. A couple special ones.
You need some boings, or some boings and some explosions and some car wrecks.
Oh my god. Okay, this bit's
This is actually turning out quite well, Chuck. I think you're narrowing down the materials that you're going to be using. Emma says the applause was all of the groupies.
Oh, thanks, Emma.
Yeah, don't tell Tina about his groupies, Emma. And Emma likes the fact that you're using colors from opposite sides of the color wheel, with the blue and the orange. And
yeah,
Tina
I ended up going more with the purple than the blue. The blue and the red.
Well, using that orange and using the blue. Remember when you and I were up at the Botticelli drawing exhibit?
Yeah.
That's a classic thing, using red chalk, which is kind of orange or a sienna color. And then the black chalk, by comparison, is kind of a blue when used against it. So you're not exactly using the classic colors, but it's pretty close. And Emma says she looks like Tina Whelan.
Well, she does a bit. I suppose they all look a bit like Tina.
Yeah, if this was just a random choice of colors, Chuck, you kind of nailed a very old classic figure drawing color scheme.
Okay.
Now you're at 2 minutes and 12 seconds. You've left a lot of whites on the canvas for the flesh. Do you need to go in with any of the white marker to put any highlights in? Maybe on the lip or the jewelry?
Yeah, no, I'm more thinking about the hair.
Do you need to put any whites in to delineate the sleeve?
I just think I need to put in a few little bits here and there, really.
Okay, you're 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Do you think that filbert is the most efficient brush for this?
For this last minute, yeah, I don't think I should be still on a big brush at this point.
Okay. You have less than a minute, Chuck. $30 seconds, Chuck.
Right, I'm remembering what Amber said about doing the last little details around the eyes.
20 seconds, Chuck.
Well,
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brush it down. Brush it down.
all right.
Okay. Good job. I can see that you learned something from that one you did last week, and you're applying that to today. Amber said she
I mean,
just
for 20 minutes, it's pretty good.
Amber was momming.
There's some things I wish I hadn't done. Some things. Okay, yeah. I mean, the trouble is, it's fine.
Well, tell us what you wish you had. Tell us. Give us.
Right, okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, this hair bit there, I didn't know what to do, but I thought anything I did to fix it was going to make it worse.
Okay. What would you have done differently? Would you have done it more in Sharpie?
I don't know. I think I should have. I was debating about whether I was drawing the whole face with the fat pen or whether I did the features more and the mouth more. Like maybe it's better to do the mouth with the smaller pen and then touch up with a thicker pen.
Well,
like some of the features, because they're sort of stuck and they're sort of what people look at. So it's sort of like I think it's worth, getting them like being a little more careful with them. I don't know.
Okay. Emma says she really likes this one and gives you a thumbs up. I like it. I like the line width variation when you laid this out. And if you want to switch to the thin pen to do the features, if that's easier for you, just do that in the next one. You're putting a lot of
pen's quite thin.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, maybe there's one in between somewhere.
You're spending a lot of time filling in the black for that shirt. I'm wondering if you're better off hatching and then going in with paint over that with a rag to make it faster.
Well, yes, maybe, yes. Like I could have slapped out some black paint, but actually I just wanted to see what I could do with the Sharpie. And that was a Sharpie I already used last time. I mean, I kind of want to see. I don't know what the lifespan of one of these Sharpie.
I don't know either. You'll find out.
Also it's probably. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, how is that archival material?
No.
Permanent marker, yeah. I mean, the other one is more permanent. The small one.
Well,
that's super permanent.
I like the line width variation when you laid this out as a drawing. Are you pleased with using the rag? Do you like the way that looks?
Yeah. Um, yeah, that's quite a good way to do it.
Okay.
I'm not sure that just sort of doing the brush in a wash all over. I don't know. I could have done some more sort of splattering
Well,
and effects in the background. I think, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I got a little. I should have probably spent a little more time probably in the background. But first one of the day. I think, yeah, that's another thing I learned. Yeah, maybe I don't know. I was a little because I was doing that. So firstly, I was a little sort of chicken about throwing myself into that.
okay. What about the large paint, the house painter's brush that you're using? Are you pleased with what you're getting out of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. Yes.
Now, the thing that I see when I look at her, I would have expected you would have gone back in with a white marker to show the edge of the sleeve.
Well, in my reference, it's just very black.
Okay. Well, do you want to do another one? Well, Emma says she likes the colors and black together.
Yeah. Well, that one did. I used the red a lot on that one. I'll try and use the blue more on the other.
Okay.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't really use the red and the blue. I found when I mixed them together, I mean, it was quite good. It made it very grey, but I don't know if that was what I wanted. But
And Emma also
purple,
likes the
then
red.
that's a sort of, then you got red, purple. Then it's all down that end of the screen, and then so I don't know. It's almost like you're leaving out the yellow, which would be in there otherwise, I suppose. But I don't know. Thing is, I like the comic cartoony effect of the black and the white quite a lot. Because that's sort of where.
Now, did you ever get those sponges?
Well, I have a sponge. Yes.
Have you tried painting? Have you tried painting with that?
I haven't yet. No.
Okay, maybe you want to try that today on one of them.
Yeah.
Get it nice and wet. Beat it like it's SpongeBob. Why don't you hold it up close to the camera so the audience can see what it is? Yeah.
It's definitely a SpongeBob sponge.
Yeah, it's spongy. I'm looking forward to see what you do with that.
So you don't think I should cut it into pieces?
You can do whatever you want with it.
Well, I think I'm going to like cut it in half because it seems like really big. Like I'm not going to use the whole thing.
Okay, cut it in half.
Now, I don't have sponge cutting scissors. Oh yes, I do. All right. Some people might enjoy this part of the show. Right, I'm going to cut a sponge in half.
Oh yeah, don't do that off camera.
All right, this will probably be the most popular video. All right, hashtag sponge cutting.
Sponge snuff.
Sponge. I'm not doing this with any technique or marking it out beforehand. I'm just going to come in with this. Right. You like SpongeBob. Oh, it makes a good sound. Okay, wait. It's going to fall on the floor. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Sorry, SpongeBob fans, if I've already seen some kids' nightmares.
Oh my god, I figured out how to make it so you can hear me without coming on the stream. That's
Yay!
Oh, what you're doing that? Are you doing that now? Are we talking to nobody?
No, we were talking to Sam for a moment. Sam has figured out how to have us hear him without having to show his image on.
Without having to see him. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sam's
That's
now
actually really
our
good because that means I can just come in whenever I want. I can play sound clips on the fly without having to come in because I just figured out how I can play sound clips through my microphone.
You're like the son to our Teletubbies. Dale and I like the two of the Teletubbies.
No, Sam's like the game show host announcer. He'll be telling us who's going home with a box of Rice-A-Roni. Okay.
Right. How about can we have some music for a moment?
Yeah.
You want like a trailer or just music?
What's that?
A trailer or just music? I don't know if you have any.
Well,
music.
like, do we have some music videos while I change my setup here?
Yes, we do.
We are the worst show.
All right. No, it's good. No, we're getting better though. Now we've got trailers and we've got music videos.
Pull out another canvas.
Another lonely day in Rain Town. The blazing stove will bring down. Another lonely day in Rain Town. The blazing stove will bring down. On the lonely streets of Rain Town, it's just another day of plenty. Tesco bags are full, but my heart is empty. Rain makes me shiver. I wish I had a friend, someone to understand. It's real what I've been. Another lonely day in Rain Town. Blazing stove will bring down. Another lonely day in Rain Town. Blazing stove will bring down. It's a 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 bring down. But I sit alone again in my tiny, tiny flat, dreaming of the stars. Perhaps I'll get a cat. Another lonely day in Rain Town. Blazing stove will bring down. Another lonely day in Rain Town. Blazing stove will bring down.
Hey, we're back.
Hello. I know I could put this higher up.
Okay.
But I have to put that higher up too. It all gets very complicated. I think I'm just going to leave it where it is for now.
All right. Yay, new canvas.
By the way, that song was A Lonely Day in Rain Town from the album Future Sounds of Urfspace, available on Planet Earth Entertainment label records. The song's written, the lyrics are mostly by me, but also a couple by Mark Gordon, who wrote the music. He's in the band The Tighten Ups and some other bands. So check that out. Future Sounds
How
of
would
Earth.
they check it out?
Available streaming on all major streaming services near you, I suppose. I don't know what else to say. It's there. And every time you stream it, the more like fractions of a penny we make. So
Yeah. You'll be able to buy your dog a snack.
my dog is
Half a biscuit. You're making
Your
more
picture
money
quality
than
has gone very far down for some reason.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
Emma says cool. So are you
Not sure what to do
gonna
about that, but hopefully it'll fix itself.
look,
Chuck,
I don't
what
know.
are
It
you
looks
gonna
fine
do
from here.
different? You gonna use the sponge? Did you get the sponge wet? You want that sponge wet?
I've got to get the sponge wet.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wet that sponge.
yeah.
Or have a sponge.
All right. Well, okay. Now I've got to pick some other reference. It's like part of it is picking the right reference. Burn through it quick. I have to spend all my time looking at hot models to find the right reference.
Oh, you poor boy.
Um,
Now remember, next show you're gonna have to have these references printed out beforehand. You gotta keep moving every week. So if they don't allow the iPad at the art battle, you're gonna have to start printing your references.
yeah.
So next week, I want to see printed references.
Hey, Dad, what is the name of the band again? That
It's by Mark Gordon.
so on Spotify it would be Mark Gordon.
Well, yeah, or just look up Urfspace, the future sounds of Urfspace. And
Sure.
Is it on YouTube?
It is.
yes, yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah, you can go to the at Urfspace YouTube channel. You can see all the Urfspace music videos there. And past episodes of the show, and former versions of this show.
Actually, I looked up future sounds of Urfspace, Earth being URF, and then space being SPACE.
Yes.
And I see a number of videos, and I'm looking for the Raintown one.
Yeah, Lonely Day in Raintown.
So here we go. This is
I'm not
the
seeing it.
Spotify link to Lonely Day in Raintown.
Yeah, that's the original song. The album's all original songs. Some of them were songs that have been recorded by friends of mine that they created.
Well, I don't see
that
it.
one though was my neighbor Mark. He particularly wrote it from one of the poems in the book, Earth Space Beyond. Where's the art book that I made over the pandemic? I suppose one of my mini pandemic projects, the last of my pandemic projects, that sort of got rolled into making the album
Okay.
project.
I just looked up Lonely Day in Raintown, and it came up.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Lonely Day in Raintown. There you go. Yeah.
Wait,
So
wait,
that's
wait, 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 wait. I want to backtrack a little bit. The lyrics are based on a poem you wrote during the pandemic.
yeah.
Okay. So you write poetry.
Yes, I write poetry.
You're dead to me. I want off the show.
Comics are just
cool.
another form of poetry.
That's cool. Poetry's like cartooning, but without the pictures.
Well, so what I did is I did the pictures, and some of them were like, okay, that's a nice picture, but it wasn't really a cartoon, or it wasn't quite anything on it. It was an illustration in waiting of some text. So some of them were like stories, but that one came out as it seems to be a little poem. So some of them are little poems. Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you have the reference yet for this next one?
No.
Okay.
Well, there's lots of beautiful women here. Let's see. Just it's like what's good to execute in the time. All right. Well, here's another one that was recent. All right. Let's see. All right. So let's try that one. This is more of a full figure.
Okay. And Emma found the song on YouTube. Now, this rain town that you talk about, is this San Francisco or is it where are you from in England? I forget where you just were.
Yes, my
Basingstoke.
yeah,
Basingstoke.
Basingstoke, England.
Is that the
I'm
rain
about-
town?
it's about both San Francisco and Basingstoke. It's about what they have in common.
Okay.
But they're walking along with the Cisco Bells. Although in the song, Mark, like in the poem, it doesn't actually say Basingstoke, but Mark
Okay.
in the song added the lyric about
Okay.
Basingstoke.
I always thought Basingstoke was one of those made up towns that they made up for the TV show The Avengers.
Is Basingstoke in the Avengers?
I didn't think it was a real place.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a secret place. Actually, in Basingstoke is the home of the one of the biggest nuclear bunkers.
Oh,
Apparently,
that's nice.
under the AA building, it's like the secret bunker that no one's supposed to know about. But it's like, I don't know. I worked in that building, and I was down in the basement, and there was a big black door, like a vault door down there. So I was like, that only confirms that there's some sort of vault down here.
Well, there's a poem in that.
They'll have to move it now. I just broadcast it. You know the Kremlin's
Okay.
show. The Kremlin has
You have your
people paying.
pens. You have your paints. Do you have your pens? Do you have a wet sponge?
Okay, the sponge isn't really wet yet.
Okay. Our punters are here to watch
Yeah,
your
they're not
paint.
here. My theories on the Kremlin. Just because I said it, now they're watching. That's good. It's a good way to get an extra viewer. You say Kremlin.
Yeah.
You say Kremlin, Kremlin, Kremlin. Did you know that?
Yes. Yeah.
If you
I
say
mean,
Kremlin 3 times on your podcast, you automatically get a new viewer.
yeah, it works with CIA too, or NSA. Okay. Sam has the timer up.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Caps off the pen. Are we starting?
That's really hard to get in the right position here.
That's what she said.
Okay. All right.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
That's a good idea, Sam.
Do you need to put your arm up like that, even if you're sitting down?
He does.
I kind of do, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I love the sound of the marker.
You're just disgusting.
I do like the sound of it. It's not just
No,
the
yeah.
smell of art supplies, it's the sound of art supplies.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you can appreciate that. It is a nice sound. It's those ASMR things. Yeah, I mean I don't know. They drive me a bit crazy. It's too intense for me. Just all right. I'm wondering if I'm going to more come in and paint these this time.
Are you going to switch to the thinner marker?
Well, I'm just thinking I'm going to paint. I want to come in and paint the figure more. In the black, like come in with black, but I am going to switch to the thinner marker.
Okay.
Because this one is a little more of a detailed figure and
Okay.
face. Yeah.
You're at 15 minutes and 45 seconds. You are at 15 minutes.
Face is too small, isn't it? Okay, I'm getting in trouble on this one. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. It's too much to do a whole figure. With my chair. I'm getting in a panic. Oh shit! All right. Okay. Come on. Okay. All right. I'll get back
Work
to
through
it.
the pain, Chuck.
Okay, pain. All right, I've got to get in with some black paint. I've got to get in with some paint. Paint it black. Paint it black. I don't have any black on there yet. I've just got some purple. Right, no, that's quite black. I might come up with some black. All right, shit. Thank you very much for nothing. feel the chair slipping away from under me. I'm about to fall on my ass. Oh.
Is that black paint or blue paint?
It's sort of purple blue.
Okay.
I've forgotten all about the sponge at this point.
Right.
I gotta get this figure right first. This one.
Okay.
The drawing correct. Well, actually, it is.
You have 12 minutes and 10 seconds.
All right, I've lost control of this one completely. All right, maybe I will go with some sponginess. Sponging. All right. I don't think my
It's
sponge
a
is
new
messing up.
medium. Just see what you can do with it. You could stamp
Oh,
it.
dear.
You could drag it across the canvas.
Well,
Play with it.
this is not coming out according to plan. I think I should have experimented with this technique first. It's sucking up all my paint.
Yeah, I will do that. It's called a sponge.
The rag was better like that. Yeah, no, this is terrible. It's the worst idea. Oh my god, I totally don't know what I'm doing now.
It's not terrible. It's just different.
No. Like that would require massive quantities of water.
Yes.
No, I can't be like, look, have you seen me? Do you think I can handle like massive quantities of water splashing around?
You are a massive quantity of water.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. All right. Okay, all right. Time to do something to make this.
No, go back to the sponge. Work it out.
No, I don't have time. That's like I'll
All right.
work that out in my own time. That was. I hate everything about this activities. Okay, this is looking nothing like anything at this point. All right. Okay.
10 minutes. Nothing's really working out the way I was on this picture. All right. Okay, well. Is it just me or did you forget her navel?
What?
Is it just me or did you forget her navel? Or is
Well, I didn't put that in yet. No, you're right.
Okay. Get your marker out and put her navel on. That'll help center you. And we have another viewer. It's Ian. Hey, dude. He says, hi, Chuck and Dale. And then
Hey, Chuck, how you doing?
he puts down 2 X's. So I guess those are smooches.
What's going on? Have you got your Nigerian Guinness?
Uh,
I think they should start that here. That would be good.
even when I drank, I was not going to drink Nigerian Guinness. I rarely drank Guinness. Oh, and Ian does have his Nigerian Guinness. That's the only way to watch this show.
Can Someone see about a sponsorship from Nigeria.
You really do need Nigerian Guinness as your sponsor.
And it might actually be quite helpful in painting. So.
Okay, you're at 7
In this,
minutes
like, it's
and
actually
40 seconds.
Probably it's a bit early in the morning. I know it's Nigerian Guinness time in England, but
Many times Nigerian Guinness time. Ian's having a good laugh over this.
That's bad.
Well,
oh my god, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here on this
you
one.
need to get back to the sponge. Learn the sponge. Use the sponge. The sponge is your friend.
It's the sponge, Luke. It's going to be the motto. No.
Sponges are amazing when you think about them.
All I can think about is that Seinfeld episode of The Sponge. Seinfeld ruined sponges for me now. Thanks, Larry David. Oh, shit. Um,
6 minutes and 30 seconds.
how many minutes and what seconds?
6 minutes and 25 seconds.
I'll give you 6 minutes. Uh,
6 minutes. Put her navel in, or you're going to regret it by the time you finish this.
hey.
Good. That was bothering me no end.
I did it. Oh wait, I just realised there's something else. So this stuff's supposed to go here too. You see, oh, it's just off drawing on the wet there, but it's going to be messed up now. See that? That's going to be the proof of it. Ooh, all right, well.
4 minutes and 50 seconds.
Oh, you're so mean, Dale.
I'm not being mean. This is the nice me. I'm not giving you hell like the last few episodes.
Yeah, thanks to everybody again who wrote in requesting that Dale be nicer to me.
No, it's obviously you're improving and becoming more comfortable with the materials, which is a good thing for the art battle. But you do need to experiment a little more with some other tools. I think that you need to work a little.
It's not okay, but experimenting with tools in like the middle of the heat of 20 minutes.
So what?
Okay, yeah, I know. Okay, but look, all right, I'm busy trying to rescue this one.
You don't have to rescue them.
And I immediately regret.
You don't have to rescue them. They are simply practice paintings. They are a means to an end.
Well, I mean, they're satisfactory as far as art standards go. I mean, you know, that's a little too runny. Tell them about the honey mummy.
About the what?
Tell them about the honey mummy.
What's a honey mummy?
You know, can someone explain to him?
I'm sorry, you're babbling at this point. You have 3 minutes.
Tell them about the honey mummy.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That was a popular advertising slogan for children's cereals in the UK.
Okay.
Namely,
having-
Sugar Pops.
You're having flashbacks to your youth in Basingstoke. Now, was that
Well,
like,
Saturday morning. I associate Saturday mornings with things like that.
was that one of those towns like I see on Midsummer Murders where someone's getting murdered every week?
No, actually, I think Basingstoke has a very low murder rate. Surprisingly.
Sounds
It's
boring.
more like in Basingstoke, somebody's getting beaten up every.
Well, I don't think that would. I don't think that would be as a popular show. Midsummer occasional beatings. Okay, you have 2
Somebody got
minutes.
the crap kicked out of them on the way home.
2 minutes. No more yapping. Use those 2 minutes.
It's not actually Basingstoke is actually a very nice place to live.
Okay, and Ian's telling us that he's still alive here. Now,
Yeah, Ian's
Ian, you're in
Ian-
Basingstoke.
Yeah, exactly. Ian lives in like the Compton of Basingstoke.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if he's in one of those little English villages, what I've learned from TV is you can be murdered at any time.
Yes, well, probably. Well, Ian's lived there a long time and he's not been murdered yet. He's
Yet.
probably doing all the murders. That's why.
It's well, you better look out for nuns and Belgians because they'll figure out Winkleberry. Is Winkleberry a town?
Well, yeah. Is it a separate town or is it just like I thought it was like a neighborhood of Basingstoke? Like I'm in the Excelsior, but actually maybe it's town.
So kind of like those neighborhoods in San Francisco that you hear of, like the Castro or something hollow.
It's more like a district, definitely, but like a geographical district.
Okay, you have 40 seconds.
You kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. You talk so much, you lost track of the time. That's why you have to have a clock on your easel so you visually see it. 29 seconds.
Well, she's a bit just blue. Oh, shit.
20 seconds. 19, 18, 17, 16,
I just thought about
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And brushes down. Brushes down. Brushes down.
I just had a slightly.
Okay, Chuck.
Okay, the drawing.
How
is so
about we ask Sam to go to a commercial so I can powder my nose, and then when we come back, you can critique that and tell me where you think you did right and where you want to improve.
Yeah, all right.
Go
yeah,
to commercial,
Sam.
Sam.
Do you have another song play or a commercial? Yeah. We'll be right back after this. Myself. Okay, I was able to turn myself on there. All right, there we go. All right, what happened? Wait, there we go. There you go.
I was like a few minutes away from like flooding my computer. So what do you like about that one, and what do you think you could do better next time?
Okay, yeah, I can't operate a sponge in this environment, but the sponge is the least problem. The problem is the drawing.
Okay. And Emma's letting us know she
Figuring out,
loves the
like,
colors again.
the trouble is that drawing is either I should have done it all in the smaller one or all in the bigger one, or like the big doing the features that didn't work out at that scale.
Can you hear me? I'm getting a connection.
Oh, so I didn't hear you. No, I didn't hear you say anything. I'm just, I wasn't saying anything. I'm just,
Okay.
uh,
Do you want to do that much?
it's a basic subject, I think, more than anything. But also it's hard. Okay. My problem was drawing at the size, it's like hard. Yes. Okay. For doing the canvas. Yes. All right. But then also, then you might be like, okay, then I might want to do the sort of smaller one to sort of touch it in. I mean, you could do it that way, like, where you just sort of do the smaller one to touch in the drawing. Again, the thicker marker, I think it sort of depends on the subject. Like, you need the similar sort of subject. So it's about figuring out the scale.
Okay.
How does it look on the screen?
Are we using the correct marker? Maybe we want to, that Sharpie marker, the Magnum, depending on how you turn it and hold it, you can get a thicker or thinner line. Maybe you want to practice with that to determine, maybe that will give you what you're looking for. That if you know how to hold that marker to get a thin line, and then reposition it in your hand so you get a thick line, would that help?
Yes, I think so. Again, I think it's about like the subject versus the materials and what I was doing. And the thing is, I knew I was off with the head. I mean, all right, now I'm sort of squinting at it and stepping back a bit. It's all right. I don't know. The head was too small.
The head's a little flattish.
Yeah, other things I'm okay, but the thing is, because that was so off, I sort of spent, and the features, like the features were too detailed compared to the rest of the body.
Okay.
Plus, it's exhausting. 20 minutes.
Well, you better get ready to go soon, because we've got time for one more.
All right, I'm going to do one more.
You got one more. And can I give you a piece of advice?
Yeah, sure. What?
Oh, I did want to point out that Emma says she thinks it's very good.
Thanks, Emma.
Okay, so you don't want to use the sponge. You know that you're trying to figure out when to use the thin line versus the thick line. And you know that the rag and the brush is successful for you. And Bruce Rayburn's joining us. Good morning.
Bruce,
Bruce.
Bruce of Charm World. Next week I need to make sure I get the Charm World video on the show because Lost Loser is the opening track on the Future Sounds of Urfspace album, and very grateful I am to have it because it really sets things off with a bang. And that song was written by Bruce's band Charm World, Bruce and Cynthia, and I forgot
What's the name of the song again, Chuck?
the song is called Lost Loser. And Bruce, do Charm World have any shows coming up?
Lost Loser is on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So Future Sounds of Urfspace, Lost Loser.
Yeah. Download that one.
Bruce hasn't answered yet about any upcoming shows.
I want to paint a portrait. I want to paint a picture for Charm World.
Okay.
I don't want to do it under these conditions.
Bruce says, thanks for the plug. We are going into the studio tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Oh, brilliant. Excellent.
And Bruce says, Mark Gordon's. So I guess that refers to whose studio?
To Mark's. Oh, you're going to be around at Mark's tomorrow. Oh, well, come and say hi. Come and see my place. Come and say hello. Come and have a look around. Wait, what's tomorrow? Sunday. Okay. Well, I've got D&D actually, so yeah, that goes on. But I normally just have my garage open, so you can just come walk.
I think Mark might have like an off-site studio. Like I don't know if his studio's at his house.
I thought he did stuff out of his basement.
Well, I know that there's like on Wednesdays he goes to practice with his band, and that's
Bruce
not
says
at his
we
house.
will be at his studio. See, Chuck, not everyone has a kick-ass basement like you do.
But I think Mark does. Wait, okay. Look, this is probably like too much information. All right.
Bruce Rayburn says Secret Studios.
Is it at his house, Bruce?
Bruce, could you please tell us if the studio is at Mark Gordon's house? If we don't answer this question, Chuck won't get started on the painting. We're going to run 5 minutes over because of you not starting.
What's happened? Is it time already?
We're at 11:44, so we're going to stay over.
How does time go by so quickly?
Okay, Bruce says the studio isn't at his house, so you can now stop obsessing. And Emma says, "Gotta go. It was great seeing you all. Keep me posted on the competition." And
Thanks,
then
Emma.
she blew a couple kisses at you.
Yeah, well, I don't know because they've got the regional semi-finals is the ones coming up this month. So I don't know. Then so that'll be people who've already been in it. So we'll see.
That's why you're in training.
Yeah,
that's why you're a bum. That's why we're going all Burgess Meredith all over you.
All right. Well, I'm trying to think what to do here.
Yeah. Well, next week you're going to have those references printed out before the show.
Do I have to?
Yeah, you do. Emma says exciting with a emoji with stars in its eyes.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So something. Okay. Simple. All right. Let's keep it simple.
Amber's still here. Oh, and Ian is asking, "What's your next piece?" We don't know yet, Ian. He's looking up reference.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick I'm trying to decide what I'm learning about references, not to be too ambitious.
Amber, I was told that I have to be nicer to Chuck, so I'm being nice today. So you need to give him hell. And he doesn't like the sponge, so I don't know if I
the
should
sponge
push him
seems to
to.
require the sponge seems to require a lot of water.
Yes,
that I can
sponges do.
Yeah, well, then I have to carry around a bucket of water. Do you see?
Yes, you
Do you see
do.
how that's not very practical for me to be carrying around
All
a
right.
bucket of water? uh,
Yes, we were having a spongeless moment. Chuck's having difficulty learning how to operate a sponge.
well, no, I have difficulty learning how to operate a bucket of water.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound any better. It only has like 2 moving parts.
Are we doing this?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are. I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah, he knows that he needs the reference before the show, and he never
I
looks
know,
up
it's
the
so hard to
reference.
choose. Like, okay, now I've got to do it in 20 minutes.
We're being kept here late because he doesn't look up the reference ahead of time, and Ian's laughing at us. Our
Right,
viewers are laughing at us, Chuck.
Yeah, okay, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go with this one, even though it's kind of stupid.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start.
Oh my God. This is the worst show ever.
I think it's pretty good so far.
I'm gonna have to talk to Sam to find out why we're both still doing this. I don't like the fact that Chuck holds the easel because it means he's not drawing with his shoulder with the other arm.
I just don't know what to tell you.
You're a bum, Chuck.
There's a problem. Thanks for pointing it out.
Well, we're going to have to adjust the height of the easel for the next show.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. I should have done that.
Yes, along with printing out the reference and getting a bucket of water for the sponge.
It's very low. Yeah, it's a really weird angle to have to draw out like this, actually. It's like I want to take it out and just draw it on my lap. I mean, that's
Ian says
trying to draw
with his work. I don't know what internet with his work means. That might be something English.
I mean, they were taking it out of the easels. Can I do that? But then you can't see it. Oh my God, this is crazy. All right, it's all right. It's fine.
Oh my God. I never heard people complain so much when I was taking life drawing classes. Probably because we didn't want to embarrass ourselves in front of a nude model.
Yeah, but you weren't going in fat Sharpies, were you?
No, but sometimes we would use pastel beans or chalk beans, and we would get some thick lines. Maybe willow charcoal. You're at 16 minutes and 20 seconds, Chuck.
You what now?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm at what now?
You're at 16 minutes.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm thinking like next time I want to just take like do it like that or something. Never mind. We're doing fine.
Play at time. 15 minutes, 30 seconds.
All right. This requires a paint marker.
Okay, Ian's asking, are these people you have seen for reference?
Yes, I've got. They're just like various sort of Instagram models and pictures I found on the internet, or like on Pinterest, or just sort of in passing.
Okay, so you don't know them personally.
No, I don't know them personally. When I put some of them in a book, and then I contacted the ones that I could, and I like tag them as well.
Okay.
But I don't always have them who they are like right on hand when I'm doing it, and sometimes I don't have them because they don't have it because it's from Pinterest. But usually from Instagram I have it.
You have 13 minutes and 30 seconds.
"13 minutes and 30 seconds, you say now?"
Yes.
All right.
Chuck, is that a scoop top that she's wearing?
Something like that.
Do you want to put in the line of her bosom?
Not yet. No, hang on.
Okay.
Can you?
And Ian's asking, have you ever used Dale as a reference? And the answer is no. And it's not going to happen. Actually, Chuck has drawn me. I'm in crowd scene, seated next to Zed from. I think you sat me next to Zed.
Yeah, you were like at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Sat looking a bit
My
surprised.
Hero.
Still sat next
Oh
to.
God, Ian wants you to draw me.
As he transforms from one reality to another, crossing the cartoon boundaries of existence and all that nonsense.
I guess you will have to.
Some people believe that, some people don't, and that's your choice.
I believe it. Ian wants you to use me as a reference at some point.
Do I want to use Ian as I've used Ian as a reference. Ian's like Fug the Barbarian.
No, I think he wants you to use me as a reference. Now, are you trying to reproduce bricks?
I suppose.
Okay. And Ian is excitedly saying, yes, yes. I want to remind you, you're at 11 minutes and 30 seconds.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
This brush
I want to
tends
know how I ended up getting delegated this job when it should be Tina or Sam.
They're not interested. Well, Sam's
They
interested.
have a brain. Ten minutes and 20 seconds.
Um,
10 minutes. Uh-oh, Ian's moved on from the Nigerian Guinness to the Old Crafty Hen.
oh yeah. Oh, the old crafty hen. Oh yes.
Now, is Old Crafty Hen an ale?
It's extra strong of the version of the old speckled hen, which you can sometimes get old speckled hen here at like Beverages and More.
Okay.
It's a good
But
shop.
is it an
If you're
ale?
alcoholic, Beverages and More is the shop for you.
Well, I'm off the booze.
Or Bevmo, they call it nowadays.
And Ian is saying yes, it's an ale. Or he's just saying the word yes, and I'm reading something.
It's a nice English ale. It's a red ale, I suppose. That's why they
Okay.
call it speckled hen, because like a red speckled hen,
Okay.
like Henny Penny.
What I miss is, I guess they stopped making it, is Bass. When I heard that they stopped making Bass, I was really upset.
What are you talking about? I'm pretty sure they never stopped making Bass.
Well, let's ask Ian. Ian, do you see Bass at the store
Weird.
or at the pub?
You're telling me? Well,
Yeah, Ian says not anymore.
Not anymore. Really?
Yeah, you're at 8 minutes and 10 seconds.
I can't be expected to pay under these conditions.
Sorry to depress you. Work through the pain.
I quite like Bass. I mean, that was like a reliable English ale.
Yeah, it was on tap at a lot of pubs here in the U.S.
Now everything's like bloody IPAs all the time.
Oh my God. And a lot of those IPAs were just like drinking Lysol. No, according to this, no, wait, it says out of stock. Wikipedia, Bass Brewery.
Yeah, all right.
21st century. Interbrew has the rights to the Bass Pale Ale brand.
Who were? Interbrew.
Yeah, it's one of those major alcohol monopolies. Now I read that they no longer made it. But we would get the ale brewed for export, which was about 5%. But I could have swore I heard that they don't make it anymore. Okay, you have 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Now I want fish and chips.
You like fish and chips?
Yo, yes. Problem is there's not that many places in San Jose that make a good one. We have the Britannia Arms, but I haven't been there in a while.
Oh, there's Britannia Arms there.
It was a chain of ersatz British pubs in the South Bay.
What does that word mean? Ersatz.
Ersatz. That's an American name.
Yeah, that's one of those names that will come up in comics, and I'll be like, "What's that mean?"
No, you're thinking Ignatz. Ignatz and ersatz are not the same thing. Ignatz is the mouse that broke the brick in the cartoon Crazy Cat.
Yeah.
Okay, you're at 5 minutes and 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Funnily enough, had fish and chips from Oliver's this evening. Is Oliver's a chain or is it an independent shop, Ian? I've never heard of Oliver's. Although I do have the internet, I can look up their menu.
What did the nuclear scientist have for dinner?
Oliver. What did the nuclear scientist have for dinner?
Fish and chips. That's a traditional British Christmas cracker joke.
Well, holy fudge! I can actually look up Oliver's restaurant and takeaway.
Oliver's, yeah.
Wow. It's open all day, every day. 12 to 9 p.m. Last orders at 8 p.m. And where's their menu? Oh, here we go. Here's a menu. Soup of the day, blah, 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 blah. And oh my God, those prices are in pounds. Wow.
But the dollar's very strong against the pound right now.
Wow. Okay. From the ocean to the fryer. Okay, so we need to ask Ian, did you have cod or haddock? I want to go to Oliver's. I think I am going to get fish and chips today. It depends where I'm going today. I don't know where I'm going to go today. And you have 2 minutes and 55 seconds. It was raining down here in San Jose. It's cleaned up a little bit, so I might actually do something. Large cod and standard chips. Are standard chips the thin ones or are they the big plank ones like we would call steak fries here in the U.S.?
I think they're the steak fries.
Okay, yeah. Steak fries are the best. And then you have to have malt vinegar. Chunky chips. Okay. See, we don't call them chips here. We call them fries. It's a religious thing that had to do with the Pilgrims. They left England because of the the style of French fries.
I think that's largely true. Like, English ones are very sort of soggy.
Well, you're an expat, Chuck. When it comes to French fries, what do you prefer? Ian's laughing at us.
I did have some really good. Where did I have really good fish and chips? At where was that? Oh, was it a Cozy Club? Yeah, Cozy Club.
Are you talking about here in the U.S.?
Was it a Cozy Club where I had this? Oh no! I know where it was. No, it was down in near Taunton at this pub, the Winchester, just like in Shaun of the Dead, except no one else there seemed to understand.
No, I saw the movie. I know the Winchester.
Yeah, well, it was called the Winchester. But,
Okay, so you're recommending fish and chips
in
that
Troll,
I cannot have because it's in another bloody country.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Winchester in the village of Troll, and
This is really helping me with my lunch decision. Hey, you have 30 seconds.
No.
Yeah, better hurry. Put in the line for her bosom. You're giving her a mono boob. Seven seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, 0. Brushes down. Good job. Ian believes that this is a nice, vibrant piece, but we must admit Ian's been drinking.
He has been drinking Nigerian Guinness.
Yeah.
And crafty speckled hen.
Yes. You have to remind himself he's in a different time zone, that he is not breakfasting this way. True. Ian says true. Okay, so Chuck, I like this. What do you like about this, and where do you think that you could have done
The
better?
biggest problem is, again, in the drawing the proportions. That's totally off, and it's because I'm like drawing it like standing up. I think I have to try doing it like, but I don't know if there's a way. We'll have to think about the camera setup, but like where I sort of hold it like this and just sort of draw it on here like that.
Are you saying that you are able to get the proportions better if you're holding on to the canvas?
I think if I'm like, wait, can you see me?
No.
Wait.
Well, no.
Sam
has
still here, or did he quit?
Did Sam quit?
I'm here. What do you want me to do?
Could you maximize the other view of your father?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to tell people he was.
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to set the camera up, but
no. The problem is, Chuck, you're going to be working on the easel for the art battle, so you got to practice drawing on.
Yeah,
the
I do. All right, but then I think this easel's a little low, so
right?
It needs to be back because I'm like by the time I'm sort of bent over double.
Yeah. Well, I've told you the entire show. Raise the easel.
All right. Yeah. Well, it's not that easy because the camera's got to be raised too, and that's not that easy.
All right. Well, we'll do it. Just do it after the show.
Yeah, we'll do it after the show.
You've learned something about how you draw.
Well, I think the first one. I said, when did the first one came out? Fine. Fine enough. All right. We can talk about it. We'll talk about it off the air.
Okay.
I don't know. You can vote for your favourites. You know, if you want to buy one of them, send me some money. Send me some money via PayPal.
Oh God.
Well,
Are we done?
I think we're done. Do we have a theme tune there, producer?
Goodbye, kids.
Yes, we can do our producer. Yes.
Yeah, are we past 12? We past 12.
Yeah,
We're quite past 12. So what we're doing are we leaving?
Ian says, great fun show, guys. Big hugs. And then he blew us a kiss, which I feel
Thanks,
like
Ian.
about.
That's so great that you can tune in. I don't know if the clocks go back, then it will be an hour later over there. I mean, if people let us know about the time of the show, I mean, I think this is a good time for us to do it. So it's hard work for me on a Saturday morning to get up.
Do we want to do an actual conclusion to the show instead of
okay, let's conclude the show. All right, yeah, let's do
please end it. Please put us out of our misery.
All right, maybe next week I'm just going to do 2 paintings. Three's a lot.
No, we're sticking with 3. You've got to put the time in.
3 is fine because it's 20 minutes each. That's 1 hour, and the stream is 2 hours. So
yeah.
You need to have at least an hour of content.
Doing one painting.
All right, we'll talk about this off the air. Okay, it's the end of the show. End of the show now. We'll be back next week. We'll do it again.
Yes.
All right. I'll provide you with reference so you can do me, Ian.
Thanks for checking in, everybody. Check out Charm World.
Theme song for Chuck Whelan Showy. He asked me to write one, but I stole from David Bowie. Here's a theme song. Chuck Whelan is the best. We have lots of hosts, but we're running out of gas. Will you be our guest on? Will you be our guest on? Be on the Chuck Whelan Show. Whoa, 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 whoa.